What did your child do that you weren't allowed to be proud of? I was at work when I got a FaceTime call from my son and I picked up instantly. Mommy, your sister is home, he whispered. I was immediately confused because she never showed up unannounced. Oh, did you go say hi? No, Mommy, it's not like that, my son interrupted. She's with Dad. I saw them kiss and now they're in your bedroom making weird sounds together. That's wrong, right, Mommy? Because my teacher said that when you get married, you can only kiss one person, and I thought that person was supposed to be you, not Auntie. My whole body went cold. My 8-year-old just told me my husband was in our bedroom with my own sister. Right before I hung up, my son said, "Don't be sad, Mommy. I have a plan that will make Daddy feel sad, like he made you feel sad." At the time, I didn't know what he meant. I just rushed to the house, speeding home with my hands trembling on the steering wheel. I pulled into the driveway. 20 minutes later, I walked through the front door, and the first thing I saw was my husband and my sister holding hands on the couch like they were expecting me. My son sat in the chair beside them, looking at me with this knowing smile on his face like he was waiting for a show to start. I felt like someone punched me in the chest. My husband held up his hand to me like he was calming down a child. "Okay. Before you freak out, just let us explain." I couldn't even form words. My mouth opened, but nothing came out. My sister stepped forward with this rehearsed look on her face and said, "We were going to tell you. We just didn't know how. These things don't exactly come with a manual." I felt my voice crack when I finally spoke. How long, I asked. My husband looked at my sister. She looked at the floor. He answered for both of them. 9 years, my head was spinning. What, my voice was quiet. We literally got married 9 years ago. My sister smiled, beaming with a strange sense of pride. She bragged, "We first slept together on your wedding day before you walk out the aisle. I knew you'd never suspected because you always assumed you were the one people chose first." I pulled away from her so fast, she flinched. She kept going anyway. "At least we being honest with you, doesn't that count for something?" I was disgusted at how comfortable they felt talking like this in front of my son, our son. But when I turned to look at my son to see if he was okay, he was staring at the front door like he was waiting for something. He almost looked excited. That's when I heard a knock at the door. My son smiled and said, "I told you I was planning something, Mommy." He then jumped up from the couch and swung the door open. I looked at my exclusion and his new GF to see if they knew what was going on, but they both looked equally as confused as each other when the door was fully open and I saw who was behind it. My jaw hit the floor. Standing on my porch was my entire extended family, and beside them was my ex-husband's and Anne's entire extended family. At least 25 people were now staring into my living room, seeing my husband and sister sitting together holding hands. The silence was deafening. I looked at my son, complete shock, and he just stood there beaming. I invited them all here to expose Daddy and Auntie. They can't lie to anyone anymore. I stared at him, wondering what I did to raise a kid like this. My husband tried to stand up to explain himself, but his own mother held up her hand and he sat right back down, and just when I thought my son's antics were over, my sister clutched her stomach and sprinted towards the bathroom. I looked at my son, and he whispered again, "I put the me that helps you poop in her food." My son had put laxatives in my sister's food. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry, he continued. "It's like you always say, Mommy. Sometimes you gotta clean the bad stuff out from the inside." Long story short, I got a fat divorce payout and now me and my son live in a penthouse together.